Hey, I'm back to record another tier list, back-to-back tier lists. And this one is the raid bosses of Nerub'Ar Palace. There's only 8, so they shouldn't take very long, even though I have a tendency to ramble, so it'll probably take a while anyway. This background music's a bit active, but you know, it'll make things intense. I did lower it a bit. Hopefully the volume's okay. I didn't check because I'm a small YouTuber person, so my quality control is down the drain. Anyways, and if you're wondering what's going on with Bloodbound Horror, don't worry about it. He's going through something. He watched a little bit too much, you know, suspicious content. Interesting rankings this person did, but I'll take it. This is also the first raid I've achieved Cutting Edge on, so this is all mythic as well. So yeah, let's just do front to back. So Olgrax. I think Olgrax is not great as a first boss. I think I like the first bosses of all the Dragonflight raids better. Eggnog was better. The dragon, I don't know what it was called. The dragon in Aberrus, I liked more. Even Gnarroot, which I didn't particularly care for, I think was better. So I'm going to change this to don't like and put Olgrax in, or bad, just bad. There's not anything like actually horrible about Olgrax. I don't like him. I don't like this guy. He's just really boring. At least all the first bosses of the Dragonflight tiers had some little fun times, like the damage amp or avoiding the rain, just slapping mobs into oblivion and eggnog. The portal, the dragon, the lasers and the portals and Aberrus. Like, I think those are just more fun mechanics. This is just like a soak and then you AoE some ads down and that's kind of it. I don't know. But there's nothing genuinely really wrong with him, so I don't know if it's fair to put him in bad. Maybe I'll just put in mid. Bloodbound Horror. Also mid. It's kind of fun to like move around, dodge the tentacles a little bit, and as a warlock I can just teleport to the other side of the laser. And like being able to wreak havoc the different ads is kind of okay, but I don't know. Again, it's not really good. I don't really have a lot of critique I can offer Bloodbound Horror but I don't know what I would have done to make this boss more fun. Maybe it's because it's just an early boss. Like, I can like early bosses, because, like, a good example is the second boss in Aberrus, the Fire Elementals. I thought that was, like, that was probably my favorite second boss I've done so far on Mythic, but Bloodbound just didn't really do anything for me, sorry. Sikran. Look. I know it's kind of boring, a very boring tier list so far, but I'm trying to make this quick. And I'm sorry, Sikran, it's like one mechanic. You dodge some swirlies, you position some stuff on the edges, you run away from a thing he does in the center. That's it. It's just rinse and repeat. There's no change up, no excitement or anything. He just does the same thing over and over, and that thing he does isn't very exciting. You can argue he's bad, but he's a single target fight. I like single target fights, and I do like dodging stuff, but even the stuff you're dodging is just generic swirlies. It's not even anything cool. I don't know. Sikran... Maybe Sikran's bad. Maybe I should have kept the tier blues do better, because I don't know if it's necessarily bad, but, you know, bad/meh. Sikran doesn't really have anything going for him. I'm sorry, bud. Rashnan. So Rashnan's the boss everyone thought was like not good. But then actually in practice fighting Rashnan, it's actually kind of fun. I actually kind of like Rashnan. Dodging all the different toxic sludge nonsense, and then running across, dodging all this stuff when she changes positions, and then you know, having the very brief periods of AoE pad. If you want to do that, it can be neat. Other than that, you're just slapping the boss. I don't know, it's nothing crazy. It's easy. It's a very easy boss, but it's kind of fun to romp around with Rashnan. I'm okay with it. Brute Twister, Rigor boss. Like, now look, I play Demonology Warlock, so it was pretty fun to do very big implosions and AoE damage and all that stuff. But it's still a weak aura boss. A very big weak aura boss with the eggs, and that stuff was just so annoying. I can't condone the weak aura bosses. Yeah, the AoE padding was kind of fun, but you know, you did Brute Twister. Brute Twister wasn't good. I think this guy's better than Brute Twister. No, not Brood Twister. What am I thinking? Broodkeeper from Vault of the Incarnates. I think Brood Twister is better than the Vault of the Incarnates boss, the other egg boss. But you know, it's still a weak aura boss. So sure, you can go in this tier. This person made for the tier list. Next is Princess Kai'Veza. Yeah, that's a pog. I would classify that as a pog. Definitely, I think this is spoiler best fight in the raid. I don't think I love it as much as a lot of people do, but it's a fun dance like fight to execute. It's like kind of similar to Sickram where you're doing the same thing over and over, kind of for the most part, but there's more going on in that like cycle of what you're doing. And I just like fights where you have cool stuff to dodge, and the arena is cool, the visuals are cool. It's just a fun, good fight. So yeah. Silken Court. So a lot of people call this like a Final Fantasy fight. If this is what Final Fantasy fights are like, I'm glad I don't play that game and play WoW instead. Because my lord, I mean, maybe it's just the frustration of me doing the dance over and over again correctly and just people dying to stuff. I mean, that's kind of late game raid fights in Mythic in a nutshell. It seems like where it's like I can keep. I'm not. Just to be clear, I'm not trying to like call my raider the people I was raiding with bad. I'm not trying to say like I was better. But it's one of those things where like you're doing the dance correctly, and then other people just walk into each other or something, and you just have to accept it and kind of lie down. And yeah, you're just doing like this scripted dance, and it's not until everyone does that script correctly that you win. I guess it gave me an opportunity to play Affliction. I don't think I can realistically put it down here, but yeah, I didn't really particularly enjoy Silken Court. There are some people where this fight will like, this is a banner, and if that's a fight for you, then apparently you play Final Fantasy. Apparently, if you like Silken Court, from what I've heard, I don't know. Queen Ansarek. I will put Queen Ansarek as a W, not a pog. Sorry, Queen Ansarek, no pogs for you. But you are a W boss, I'd say overall. The first phase is probably the hardest and pretty fun to execute. I like dodging the web blades. Again, bosses with cool stuff to dodge usually elevates them up for me. I also got to blow up the bombs, which I was sad that I was given the responsibility of blowing up the bombs, one of the bombs at first, but it was kind of fun to do that every time. And I don't think I ever screwed it up once, so I'll give myself a little credit there. And then the intermission, again, you're like slowed while weaving between the toxic waves. And you can execute some cool tech there. On the second platforms, you know, you can do some Warlock tech with Havoc, Cleave, and stuff, which is I always enjoy my silly Warlock shenanigans I can do on any fights. And it's a fight where you're moving, but it's actually fun to move. And then the third phase, I mean, I killed late enough in the tier where I only did one rain, which like the mechanic what goes in on you, so I also had to carry the essence, which is kind of fun to put my little portal, get an essence, teleport to the other side. And other than that, it's just kind of like some, you know, baiting some swirlies, and then Havoc and some ads, and the boss kind of just died. But overall, there's not really anything I can say that's like hugely at fault for Queen Ansarek. Yeah, she's kind of like, I want to throw my computer out the window. Not actually, but like during prog, it can be a slog, but maybe that's just kind of the mythic, the cutting edge or end game and mythic boss experience. But overall, I think she was a good boss. So yeah, this wasn't intentional, by the way, but yeah, I made it pretty balanced. I can't really compare Nerub'Ar Palace to a lot because it's the first raid I've done all mythic on. But overall, it's a decent raid. I mean, I think I have to say it's a decent raid because of how I completely balanced it like this. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, under 10 minutes. I actually didn't ramble for once. That's my Nerub'Ar Palace boss tier list. You have a good one. And I'll end and enjoy some boiling cream soda. Not sponsored, but I wish it was because it's good. It's just good. Okay, cut me some slack.